Hello everyone. Today we will be learning on how to make a simple butter cake from scratch. Of course, when baking, we need to always make sure we have all the ingredients. For today, the ingredients we will be using are half a cup of unsalted butter, 1.5 cups of sugar, 3 large eggs, 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flours, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 1/4 cups of whole milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2.5 cups of buttercream frosting. Like always, when we put the cake, where would we bake it? So of course, we will need our equipment. The equipment we will be using today is 2 9-inch round pans, a stand mixer, or you can also use a hand mixer, measuring cups and spoons, a cookie scoop, or a measuring cup for dividing the batter. Before we start, the first thing you want to do is go to your oven and put the heat setting to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So by the time we need to use it, it will be nice and warm. While the oven is heating up, we will prepare the pans. To do that, we will need to prepare the pans to make sure once the cake is heated, it is easy to take out the pan without it being stuck. To do so, we will take some of the butter and spread it out evenly into the pan. Make sure to get all the corners and the sides, as those are the most commonly missed. Now we will begin to create the batter for the cake. First, we will beat the butter and sugar with the mixer for about 3 to 5 minutes on medium speed. Beat until the mixture becomes light and fluffy. Once it becomes light and fluffy, we'll then begin to add the eggs. Preferably add 1 egg at a time so it is easier to make the batter smoother and not lumpy. Next, we will put the mixer at a low speed and sift in half of the flour, salt, and baking powder. Keep mixing everything until it is well incorporated. When baking, always do wet to dry ingredients. With that being said, we will now add the milk and vanilla and mix just until it is all mixed in. Now we will begin to beat the remaining flour mixture just enough to where there is no visible flour remaining. Use a spatula if need to check the bottom of the bowl. Now that the batter is done, we will take a scoop that is measured and divide the batter evenly into the 2 pans. Smooth out the top of the butter with the spatula and drop the pans onto the counter to take out the remaining air bubbles. Now we can begin baking. Stick the pans in the middle of the oven and set a timer to 25 minutes. If need to, 30. Once the timer is done, get a toothpick and insert it to the middle of the pan. If the cake is done, it should come out clean. If not, add a little bit of more time. If you add more time, constantly look at it so it doesn't burn. Once the cakes are done, let them cool for about 15 minutes. Then with a spatula, carefully go around the edges, then flip the cake onto the pan. Once completely cooled, we will frost the cake. Now you have cake. Until next time.